Brian here with you. You are in my office, and we are now going to take a look at a 19th century scrap album which has chromo-lithographed trade cards in it. It's a beautiful custom album done by a former owner. I'll show you the exterior cloth binding like so, and as soon as we open it, the first thing we'll see is who did it. It's Mary E. Howe of Marlow, New Hampshire. Wishing you a happy birthday. And let's flip through it so you can see the contents. Beautiful color lithography of the 1880s, early 80s actually. These particular cards are dated 1881 here. I would say that is an 1870s or 80s large scale image. Look at that. That is very nice. A lot of the lithographs are signed by the lithographic firm. Albums like this are very pleasing to me and to many people that enjoy color printing of the 19th century. There was an explosion of color at this time after the midway point of the century, when color lithography and especially chromo-lithography became widespread and able to be used relatively inexpensively. This is a nice series of cards. Prior to that, I think it's difficult for many people today to understand how the vast majority of printing prior to roughly the 1850s or so, this is just in a broad sense, was black and white. I mean, hand-colored images were produced and sold, but they were almost always expensive. They would not have been used in daily publications like newspapers or in journals, and this type of color printing that was given away by manufacturers and so on really does represent a large shift in printing and the use of color in society. These are great. This is a wonderful series of cards here. This view of Constantinople or Istanbul, these topographical color views like so. Each one of these cards is worthy of being collected on its own. I actually have a very large collection of color lithographed views and ethnic types from the 19th century. I collect them and enjoy them very much. This is, this is a very nice series, Little Red Riding Hood, all in French. And it's interesting that this woman in Marlow, New Hampshire, had access to French-produced cards at this time. That's also really an interesting fact, as well as more local thread and soap type cards. These would have been given away as premiums in an attempt by the manufacturer to create customer loyalty. Beautiful fan here. And look at this. These are great. Dental. Yes. Yeah, dental. And little hands with flowers. And there we have, I do believe, the end of the album. Here's a final color lithographed image at the rear. Look at that. Intentionally put here to indicate sort of a wistful gaze outward. And that's the album. And if you'd like, it is available for you to acquire it online from me, Brian DeMambro.